So there is one thing that puzzles me whenever I work with Pakistani businesses, and I always promote the idea that you need a plan, a strategic plan, business plan. We can call it whatever you want, an action plan. You need a document which sets out your goals, your strategy, your KPIs and everything. Without that, you don't know whether you're succeeding or not. And I remember a story back to when I was building my own firm, and we had 4 or 5 people at the time, and I felt that we were growing, and every year the revenue was going up, but I didn't feel that we were growing as quickly as we wanted, and I was very impatient because I just wanted to be, at least have a firm which, when people talked about, could compare to the bigger firms, right? That was my ultimate objective. So I remember hiring a consultant. He's still a very good friend of mine. He's in his 70s now, and every time I go to Australia, we meet up and talk about the old times. And I said to him that we need a strategic plan. And he said, but you can do this yourself. And I said, no, I need you to do it. So a few $1,000s later, we came up with a strategic plan. And at that time, I remember coming up with a very ambitious revenue target, which I thought was ambitious. And within 1 or 2 years, we had actually achieved that. Then we exceeded that and so on. Now, the whole message with that story is that you've got to have a plan, then you've got to have a set of actions and strategies that you're going to take to achieve that. Now, getting someone from the outside, forcing ourselves to document a target, set an ambitious target, and then, of course, following through every quarter, every month with the action items until such time as we got there. And that's what most businesses just don't do it. And I have been thinking about it. Why don't they do it? Why are they reluctant? The reason is that they don't want the transparency, they don't want the accountability. Especially with family businesses, you don't want the chairman of the board or you don't want the CEO to be shown up in a board meeting of family members because he or she has not delivered the goods. But if you think a little bit beyond that, it's really in the company's and the organization's best interest that you do have such, as they say, stretch targets, such goals, and continuously monitor how you're going against them. As I keep saying that you can shoot for the moon and the stars, the worst thing that can happen is you only get halfway, but that'll still be a long way from where we are right now. And I think that is a message that I want people to understand. You've got to plan, you've got to take action. Otherwise, don't be surprised if 1 or 2 years later you're exactly where you are and still complaining about the same old things. The economy is not good, the law and order situation is not good, the government doesn't help us, and the FBR is chasing us. That's the alternative. So why not take control of your own destiny in your own hands?